Welcome to Phoenix Raceway, qualifying underway for the SIDECAR Cup Series, our Gen 6 Cup Series, part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. Thanks to our partners, eReceiver Podcast, for getting us our broadcasting and everything this season. Appreciate them coming on board, being our title sponsor. Watch John Neckrich out on track. Drivers have 10 minutes to get 2 laps in, so plenty of time in case they need to, go to the bathroom or something after that hour-long practice. Matt, I mentioned keep the cars to the right. Within 5 boxes is when you can turn in. Otherwise, keep your car to the right on the pit lane. There's like little dash lines that you need to try to stay over to the right. Don't cut it over to the left and cheat the corners. What was the other thing? I already forgot. Yeah, Montrose, top of the charts in the DoorDash Toyota. Completes his 2 laps and rolls it down to the bottom. Travis Martin goes to second. Restart zone, yes. I'm not going to be like super anal about it, but don't go until you're like at the restart zone. And maybe give him like a car length or 2, because it's hard to be exact about it. But if it's obviously not in the restart zone, then say something to him. Hayden Law goes to the top in the 56 in Napa Chevrolet. Davis Greenwell 6th. Try to find Tyler Stillwell. His cameras are giving me problems. Come on, yeah. There we go. Tyler Stillwell in the plain white 72 Mustang. Dave Hoyt's out there in the 79 Real Street Mustang. Travis Scripture goes to 6th. Said he was retired after Texas, so goes P6 in the Toyota. Great looking ride Script has. Lucas goes to P2. Kevin Harvick, number 4. Nice effort there from Lucas. That was on his first time lap. Let's see if him and Scripture can pick up. Scripture finishes the lap, and it is slower for him on lap 2. Let's see what Lucas can do on lap 2. Hayden's second lap was quicker. Can Lucas do? He's slower, so he'll stay second. Carl Rotman 14th. Cliff Mullins heading out there. Cliff short tracker out of the Martinsville area. Gets all the TV time since he's about the only one on track. We got Cliff, Blake Giglio, Thomas Green, and Ryan Honeycutt now on track. Cliff jumps up to the 8th spot. Just check in on Thomas Green. There he is in the Goodwrench number 3, doing it for Dale. Ryan Honeycutt in the 51 Mustang. Ryan just started his first time lap. Blake's on his first timer. Reese's Toyota Roland Center. So excited to have a new car next week. Likes all the new shiny stuffs. So I'll run it up high and give it the charge on lap number 2. Thomas Green checking on him. Ryan Honeycutt. Where did Cliff end up? He's still 8th. Second lap was slower, so he'll go based off that first lap. Honeycutt and Giglio both threw away lap number 1. Both those laps down at the bottom of the board. Going for it on lap number 2. Thomas Green clocks in 19th right between them. So all 3 of these drivers throwing away their first lap, almost like it's a super speedway qualifying. Blake to the straight. 26.075. Good enough for the pole at the moment. Thomas Green, what can he do? 26.357 puts him 5th. Top 5 effort for the 3. Now Taylor Friday starts to roll. The number 77. Blake Giglio, your current pole sitter, beating Hayden Lowell by 1/1000th of a second. That's impressive.
Oh, it's like clockwork.
Taylor Friday out on track. Joe Madigan and Trevor Trago sitting at the end of the pit lane. Not having qualified yet, Ethan Evers, Philip Schmitz, Dalton Hayes. They don't even have their cars on track, but extended qualifying session here, so plenty of time. Everybody making the race right now, even our open cars. See what Friday is able to do on lap number 1. Down into 3 and 4, going to run it high. Like we've seen Giglio and a number of others do. 26,937. Puts Friday in 20th. The Auburn machine. College basketball, of course. March Madness getting ready to kick off. I think actually 3 teams have already punched their ticket in. Be some more going through tonight. Good luck to your school and or university. A big slide there from Friday. That's actually going to hurt both laps. And that was actually the second lap. Anyway, Friday goes all the way up to 4th, so good effort there. Checking Ethan Evers on the roll. Trevor Trago on the time lap. First one is a 28.214. Go for the lap number 2, obviously. Out of turn 2 down the backstretch. Hopefully there wasn't a wall tag there. That can invalidate your lap, and that would not be good for the 5 team. Down through 3 and 4. And Trevor Trago puts up a 27.834. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to count. I think he did tag the wall a little too much. Getting an extra lap in there. Ethan Evers rolling in the 8 car. Shows he already has a lap in, or a lap started, which is going to make his lap time long, but I think he tagged the wall, wanted to reset, get a fresh car for lap 2. You can do that on iRacing. There is Mr. Ethan. Got Levi Heilman out on track as well. So all but 2 cars putting in an effort. Ethan's first lap of 47 because he had that reset. There is Levi Heilman, the 55 Big C's diecast machine. Big C's diecast Ford Mustang number 55. Take a look at Discord, see who has penalties tonight. Ian just had a decals. You're good, buddy. Probably have to refresh trade fades for that. Let's see who has penalties tonight. Well, I'm thinking about it. Penalties. So something said in general. Travis Scripture has a warning, Beach has a warning, and Cram has a drive-through next race, and that is all of them. Super simple. No EOLs, just if Cram shows up, we got to EOL that car. I don't see him yet. 27 cars. We've had another one sneak in during practice here, or qualifying. Levi, don't wreck it. Don't wreck it. I'm going to drift it. Little tag to the wall there. Madigan 5th, Thomas Green 7th. They're out on there getting some extra practice in. And Madigan, there's Green. Dalton 21st. Hayes 25th. Or Evers 25th. Hayes in 21st. Second lap, a little quicker. Stays 21st though. Ouch. That hurt. Head on the outside wall. Good thing he doesn't have to pay to fix that car. 30 seconds left in qualifying. Everyone's completed their run that's going to run one. Trevor Trago didn't get a lap to count. Philip Schmidt's not going to qualify. Your pole sitter is going to be Blake Giglio in the 26. Let's go have a quick chat with said 26 driver. Blake, DG, get a copy?
How's it going?
Well, it's going pretty good for you. We're starting pole here at Phoenix. How good does that feel?
Yeah, it feels good. We barely beat Hayden. I don't know if you're looking at the ticker or not. It was
1/1000.
It was close there. Yeah, it was really close. You know, DG, you might need to put a BGR motor in this thing.
Make it go a little faster.
We could have hit a 25 with, I think, with that BGR. So.
All right, we'll discuss it.
Next week, next week we got it. But no, real talk though, I messed up turn 3 a little bit, so I'm really happy with that lap. Fastest I ran all night. It's a long race though. 200 laps. Got to keep this thing, keep the wheels on it, and hopefully not crash this thing.
Paying for. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Blake Giglio, pole sitter for tonight's race, and that number 26 Reese's Toyota. We'll let the field get out on track here. And there is our pole sitter. Let the crews push the cars out onto the racetrack so we can start running through our starting lineup. Presented by our friends at the Wadagoons. A few more cars out there, but here we go. Starting lineup from the Wanagoons, as we mentioned. Blake Giglio, the number 26, is your pole sitter in the Reese's Toyota. Hayden Lowell, the Napa Chevrolet, starts in the second spot. Lucas Hoyce with 712 breaks forward, rolls off in third. Taylor Friday in the Auburn Chevrolet starts in the fourth spot. Joe Madigan has the 76 Mountain Dew Kickstart Ford starting in the fifth spot. Casey Graves True Speed Toyota starts in sixth. Simon Green, the Goodwrench Service Plus number 3, starts in the seventh spot. Ian Montrose DoorDash Toyota in eighth. Travis Martin has the Ghostman Ford rolling off in the ninth spot. John Neckrich, the Wanagoon Chevrolet in 10th. Travis Scripture has P1 Racing Toyota starting in the 11th spot. Levi Howman, Big C's Diecast Ford starts in 12th. Cliff Mullins, Curly's Guns and More Chevrolet in 13th. Quinn Newton, 712 Brake Chevrolet starts in 14th. Dave Hoytsma, the Real Tree Ford starts 15th. Davis Greenwell in the Low Drag Esports Chevrolet starts 16th. Daniel Llewellyn in the 712 Brake Chevrolet starts in 17th. Tyler Stillwell in the number 72 Ford starts 18th. Cody Brown, the Sundrop Chevrolet, starts in 19th. Carl Rotman in the Sociable Ford starts in 20th. Dalton Hayes, Do SA Chevrolet 21st. Jeremy Scherer, the Detroit Ford, starts in 22nd. Russell Harold, Fanatec Chevrolet, starts in 23rd. Ryan Honeycutt, 51 Mustang, starts 24th. Ethan Evers, Everfever Podcast Chevrolet, starts 25th. Trevor Trago in the EGI Collectibles Chevy starts 26th. And Phil Schmitz in the Jack Daniels Chevrolet starts 27th. 27 cars set to do battle here at Phoenix. 200 laps. Pace car is off. They do have to wait for the green flag on the initial start. All other starts are on the leader in the restart zone. Waiting for the green. And we are off in Phoenix. Giglio and Lowell leading us off to turn number 1. Giglio immediately down onto the apron. That is completely legal here at Phoenix. And you see him fan out 4 and 5 wide going through the dog leg. That didn't take any time at all. We're 3 wide for the race lead. Why not? Giglio down low. Hoytsma in the middle. Hayden Lowell all the way at the top. Out of turn number 2 onto the backstretch. We got a spinner. Travis Scripture in the 18 is around. That'll surely bring out our first caution. And it does. Looks like Daniels in that as well on the 32. I don't know if he just came to a stop to miss it or if he got a piece of it. Let's backtrack, break out the drones, and find out together. 18 loses the back end coming out of turn number 2. Easy to do on cold tires. And unfortunately, Daniel does get in there and tag him. Not too hard, but Daniel does get a piece. Let's watch the 32. He does the same thing as Scripture did. Tags the inside wall and then gets the tag of the 18. So both front corners of the 32 are going to have damage. Daniel will have to come in and get the crew to pull the fenders out on that one. On a lap 1 incident, 2 different cars losing the back end. Slip sliding out of turn 2. Cold tires. Up at the front, Hayden Lowell is able to take control of the race. Lucas Hoyts slots into second. Giglio, our pole sitter, now third. So we watch these cars come down the pit lane. Also have Taylor Friday on the pit lane. No, Tyler Stillwell and Philip Schmitz. Lots of 7s, but not the 77. Ethan Evers slow on the racetrack. Not sure what he was up to. Let's get our driver chat back in.
It is insane.
A meatball Daniel Llewellyn, so that's brutal. Daniel, right at the start of the race, already meatballed. That's rough. Rough for the 32 team. Travis Scripture, he was in that. Didn't tag the front end like Daniel did. Daniel got the left front and the right front, so the worst 2 spots you could hit the car. Unfortunate for the 32 team. I almost called him 23 because he runs that and everything else. Tyler Stillwell, his first race in sidecar. He's rolling again. Good to see him back at SRL. Been a while.
I'm going to take the bottom.
22 minutes of required repair is the report for the 32 car. Jesus. That is nuts. Corey, our in-team reporter for the low drag team. Appreciate you, Corey. And should get lights out here. 1 lap to go before we get back to racing. Hayden, Lucas, always been very good here. Seen Lucas dominate many a truck race here.
Swift, can we go below the yellow line before start finish or no? I don't think we have a rule with it. I just want to double check.
As far as that goes, you can do whatever iRacing allows you. But make sure the restart is at the restart zone, not way away from it. Please and thank you. Lucas getting right on his door.
Why are we still split out?
And into the restart zone. Hayden Law gets us back going again in the Napa car. Quickly jumps out to the lead. Lucas left the battle teammate Giglio. It looks like Madigan's going to go to the top. Is he going to get there? Woof. Lucas closed the door on him. That was close. Top. All the way to the top goes Madigan. He's going to try to get to the outside of Hoytsma again here. Lucas shuts the door on him again. Madigan takes over the third spot. Giglio slots fourth. Taylor Friday battles the 3 of Thomas Green. Work out of turn number 4 across start finish line. Levi Heilman in the mix. Black and red 55 machine. Madigan putting on pressure on Lucas Hoytsma. Says Madigan trying to get to the front. Ooh, Ian Montrose in the 1 car bounces it off the fence. DoorDash Toyota. Got a little piece of the wall there. Friday now down to 7th. Travis Martin trying to get to the outside in the Ghostman Ford. Casey Graves there in the number 01 True Speed Toyota. Looks like the old Spice cars of the old days. Speaking of old days, we got a throwback race coming for you next week. Hopefully some of the drivers will participate in that. Lucas putting pressure on Hayden once again. Staying with this battle, Thomas Green, Levi Heilman, 3 and 55. They're both catching Giglio. Blake's probably on a saving strategy. Seen him slow down a lot early on in runs just to save tire, and I think that may be what's going on here. Could be Taylor Friday's strategy as well. Falling down to 8th now. Travis Martin's gotten by. Now Casey Graves looks to the outside in the 01 Toyota. Heilman able to get to the inside of the 26. Levi up to the 4th spot. Again on Montrose, running in 9th, just ahead of Friday now. Friday's down to 10th. Honeycutt trying to take that away in the 51. Working lap 9 of 200. Round number 10. It's a long one at Phoenix. Friday now falling all the way outside of the top 10. Once Honeycutt completes the pass there anyway. Quinn Newton battling John Neckrich. And Travis Martin and 3 of Green. Green's going to get by Giglio here, it looks like. Move Thomas Green up into the top 5. Post hitter Giglio down to 6. Something about 22 minutes required from Corey Deal, but Daniel Llewellyn has cleared the meatball and rejoined the track, so I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe it wasn't 22 minutes. Did we get lied to, Corey? Casey Graves, Montrose 63, Travis Martin. Bunched up here together. 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Throw 11th in there as well. You were told 22, so you were lied to as well. Might have been 22 total.
Davis, you just did a kickflip in front of me. That was pretty sick. Oh, yeah. Wait, was I lagging or something? What do you think?
This is Dave, not Davis. That's what I heard anyway.
I don't know, it just bounced when you hit the apron.
Trevor Trago up from the back to 15th. Kind of single filed up towards the front. Big slide out of Levi Heilman. My goodness, that'll heat up that right rear. We'll keep an eye on him for a little bit. See if that happens again. That was a huge slide at right rear. Probably pretty angry. Thomas Green trying to make the move through the dog leg. Then Heilman entered much higher. Oh, we got time here. Let's look at our biggest movers of the race so far. We have Ryan Honeycutt plus 15. Honeycutt up to the 9th spot. Trevor Trago plus 11. See Trevor up to the 15th spot. Yeah, Travis Scripture unfortunately down 11 spots. Saw him spin early in the race. He started up right at the back part of the top 10. Now he's down in 21st. Race analysis. Sorry we don't know the fuel window, but top 10 get points at halfway. Track temp 77 degrees, 200 laps tonight. So end of lap 100 will be our stage / halfway. Let's check in with our drivers. Since Hayden is cruising out front, has no real pressure, let's pull him in and have a quick word with Hayden. Hello, Hayden.
Hello.
DG, you
Hi.
got a copy?
Oh, how's it going, Swiss?
It's going pretty good. I was coming in to get a fuel number from you while you're hanging out there in the lead, kind of cruising.
Let me get through 1 and 2 so I can look at my black box.
Yeah, no problem. Doing me a favor, so, you know, just chilling, hanging out. How's the race feel so far?
Feels real good. Car's got some rotation in it. 42.5 left on fuel in terms of
42.5.
laps.
So we're looking at about 60?
Or so, yeah.
About 60.
Car rotates real nice in 3 and 4. It's a little tight 1 and 2. But I feel like that's just kind of the characteristics of this racetrack.
Funny, you say kind of tight 1 and 2, and we had 2 cars spin on lap 1 getting loose in turn 2.
Or was I thinking backwards? Coming to the end of the track I'm on, it's a little tight center and entry, but it's a little loose exit, and then
This is
ultimately,
3 and 4,
yeah, the other end of the racetrack, I think it's about, you know, I wouldn't say perfect, but for an iRacing setup, I'm not going to complain.
Fair enough. All right, man. Get on out there. Keep on leading, and we'll see how it goes. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Swiss.
Hayden Law in the 56. Madigan Motorsports Chevrolet giving us a quick chat. Currently leading by 1 second over Lucas Hoytsman. Lucas has Joe Madigan in tow. Just a couple of tenths behind. Levi Heilman in that 4th spot. Blake Giglio's worked back into the top 5. Currently sits in the 5th spot. Thomas Green 6th. Travis Martin 7th. Ian Montrose is 8th. Ryan Honeycutt 9th. And Casey Graves in the top 10. Taylor Friday now runs 11th in a 1.8 second gap back to Quinn Newton. Quinn has Davis Greenwell, Cliff Mullins, Trevor Trago, Dalton Hayes all grouped up there together. John Neckrich is there. Cody Brown's in the mix. And even Jeremy Scherer right there at the back of the crack. They're all piled together from 12th all the way to 19th. You have Ethan Evers running 20th. Tyler Stillwell 21st. Travis Scripture 22nd. So Travis must have another issue because he was moving back up a little bit. Now he's back down to 22nd. Dave Hoytsman in 23rd. Carl Rotman 24th. Phil Schmitz 25th. Russell Harold 26th. Still in a lead lap. And then Daniel Llewellyn had that meatball 8 laps down, unfortunately. But he's going to stick it out, try to get 8 cautions, and get back on the lead lap. It's a long race. You never know. Davis Greenwell currently sitting 13th. Back up ahead. Things are starting to get close between Hoytsman and Madigan. Madigan applying pressure. There's a couple of Fords running 2nd and 3rd behind the Chevrolet of Hayden Lowe. Another Ford in 4th. First Toyota in the 5th spot. Thomas Green right behind him. Earnhardt car doesn't know what a Toyota is. Never had to see one in his career. Madigan cutting the dog leg. We say we go on board with one of these cars back towards one of the back of these groups and just watch everybody's different line. Let's go on board Ryan Honeycutt's car. Currently running in 9th in a pack from about, let's call it 4th on back. Fairly similar lines through 3 and 4. Only about a 1 lane difference. Dog leg, everyone goes every which way. Honeycutt trying to get to the outside of the DoorDash car. Probably has the nose there. Let's jump outside and check that out. Out of turn number 2. Down the backstretch they go. That's still hard to get used to because the flag stand used to be right there. Into 3 and 4. Honeycutt go around the outside and take over the 8th spot. Nice solid move there from Ryan Honeycutt. Trying to join his teammates towards the front of the field. Blake Giglio trying to work over Levi Heilman now. We saw Heilman sliding that car, losing traction on that right rear. Seems could be starting to go away. Hayden said our fuel runs about 60 laps, guesstimated. Something for us to keep in mind. tires could fall off faster, but I don't think anyone's going to pit before the fuel's done. Unless they're trying to short pit it a bit. Because for the most part, you don't want to pit at a track where you go 2 laps down. Unless you have to. Guys, watch this action here. Let's take a little swig of water. Alright, that swig was more of a chug. I lied. Cliff Mullins riding 12th. Case Graves Taylor Friday battle. As for this final spot in the top 10, my Siamese is irritating the heck out of me. Get off my underfoot, please. Joseph Madigan still putting pressure on Lucas here. Right on board with Madigan. See Lucas and up ahead the leader Hayden Lowell. And ahead of Hayden we even see a lap car coming. Maybe Russell Harold. Madigan trying to stay a little more controlled, lower on exit. Might save a bit of tire doing that in the long run. Then throws it up high in the other end, so that's going to negate whatever he just saved. 2-1 and 2. Trying to roll the outside on Hoytsman, get the outside, can't get it. Lucas tags the wall. Rare mistake from Mr. Golden Boy. Madigan now going to put it down low in 3 and 4. Gets the back end out. You hear it step out on him. Had to counter steer and get out of the throttle slightly. Advantage Hoytsman there. Heilman still holding off Giglio for the 4th spot. It's on the screen. Travis Martin, Mr. Ghostman, Ryan Honeycutt, Ian Montrose, Taylor Friday, Casey Graves. Pretty tight pack. As this secondary pack is actually catching these Levi Hallman and Lucas Hoytsman machines. And a big gap back to Trevor Trago, who's taking over the second pack. Started from the back, now he's running 12th. Mullins, Newton, Hayes, Greenwell, Neckert, Scherer, Evers, Brown, Scripture, Hoytsma of the Dave variety. Philip Schmitz, Tyler Stillwell, Carl Rotman, all in that pack.
No problem, dude.
And then it looks like the first car to go a lap down might be this 19 of Russell Harold. And there is Hayden Lowell tracking him down. So that would be bad news for Daniel if another car goes off the lead lap. Daniel 8 laps back would need everyone else to be on the lead lap to pick that lucky dog. Still nothing going on in those second place battle. They stay nose to tail. Blake tracking in Levi Heilman. Levi gets that back end around. Blake sees an opportunity. Does not jump on it. That 55 car is starting to lose those rear tires. Blake now to the inside. Out of turn number 2. Heilman able to keep it gassed up and stay ahead of Blake. That was actually kind of impressive. You see that back end rotating a lot on corner entry. Helps for speed, but tires wear out doing that. Blake trying to get some air on that back spoiler, and I think Levi is just going to let him have the corner. Tired of getting harassed by the 26. They move Blake up to 4th. Levi sits 5th. See if that's over with. I think so. Yep. Blake's starting to inch away a little bit. Travis Martin starting to lose a little bit of ground to Ryan Honeycutt. Ian Montrose under attack from Taylor Friday. Friday in the...
Go on the fucking apron.
Well, caution is out. Cody's still spinning.
What's the pit lane rules?
Keep it in the right lane until you're about 5 boxes from your stall. Is it Cody that brought it out?
You get called up, I don't want to lose. I fucking pit road here.
Right there it comes out. Unfortunate. Cody did try to keep it off the track, just couldn't. See him turn it hard left there at the end. It just didn't keep it off the track. Well, pit lane is a very busy place. As expected at this point, Tyler Stillwell's going to stay out. Everybody else hits pit lane. Sure, we'll see at least the fuel, and I think I gave them about 7 sets of tires, so they should be okay to take set here. Even though it's a bit early on their fuel cycle, I think they'll grab a set of tires for everybody. As soon as we see someone drop down, we'll try to flip it and watch the pit exit. No, my luck will hit the wrong wind. Yep. There we go. Hayden Law will be the first one. Then it looks like Lucas.
Can we enforce the getting to the right of pit road on exit of their stalls, please?
Doesn't matter on exit. Tyler Stillwell comes in the second time around. Might be a closed pit penalty for Tyler Stillwell, and it is. Tyler Stillwell got a closed pit entry. He didn't pit the first time around, pit the second time, gets a black flag. Can't do that.
Matt, are you up in the officiating booth? By the way, I'm taking the bottom.
Wave around Daniel Llewellyn going to take wave arounds here.
Yeah, remind cars to get to the right, because people are going to lose spots if they don't on pit exit.
Sorry, I walked away for a moment. Taking you guys also didn't hear me earlier. I'll give you guys up 70 mile an hour after the pace car gets down. Just don't trigger it.
Alright, now the long wait. We'll just cruise from here all the way back to turn number 3. The pace car exits in turn 2. Because of the weird reconfiguration they decided to do at Phoenix, but they only half-assed it, so they didn't change pit road. They only changed the actual layout of the outer track.
All good.
Into the restart we go. Right about there. And Hayden goes pretty early in the box. Gets clear of Lucas. Lucas a better start this time than the last. Levi Heilman putting on pressure here. You see him in the background fanning out 2, 3, 4, and 5 wide. Pablo, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for joining the Suez Army. Hope you're enjoying this Sidewinder Racing League's action. Lucas Hoytsman, Levi got a big wiggle out of the 55. We've seen him save a number of race cars like that, but man, he is just killing that car on the back tires. That was wild. A lot of action going on back here. Back part of the top 10.
What was it for?
Passing under yellow. That did.
Oh, man, that's rain. He wouldn't let me by. He deserved that.
Mhm.
We'll renew it. Don't worry.
We got a caution. What the heck for? Is it Ethan?
I'm sorry, Ethan. I had nowhere to go.
Ooh, Scripture gets a piece of him there.
Hey, Travis, you're from Michigan, right?
Oh, Ethan into the inside wall and Travis
You
Scripture.
UP? Oh my gosh.
We have a meatball on
Yeah,
Scripture's car. Scripture did more damage
Hey,
to
Phil.
himself than he did to Ethan.
You sorry there, man.
Nah, fuck you.
18 meatballed. That's good news for Daniel Llewellyn and Russell Harrell. They took the wave around last caution. Or Daniel Llewellyn and... I forgot what the other car was when we went around with them. 2 cars took the wave around. That actually worked out for him. Caution coming out. Dave back on the pit lane. Probably top off the tank. Cody Brown, that was the other wave around. Cody able to come down now and get the 4 fresh tires. Back on the lead lap after his spin. That worked out good for the 17. Stillwell still has to serve a black flag. He got that for pitting, entering a closed pit and taking service.
Quinn, I got a question for you.
Win is 16th. What's the question?
Quinn, don't this race feel a little empty without Dawg and Cram?
What's up? Sorry, we're talking. What'd you say?
I said, does
Had a bit of a network issue there. Hopefully you guys are back.
I'm taking bottom here, Lucas.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I am 107% sure.
Sir, that 107 exceeds Sidewinder regulations. We're going to have to back it down a bit.
Okay, I'm 98% sure.
Thank you.
Hey, 77, is that a damn War Eagle plane up there, son of a bitch? Yep.
Uh-oh.
Hey, look, besides basketball and anything Tennessee's doing, war damn, motherfucker.
Old Davis. Entertainment. Yeah, Kill gets to roll all the way down the backstretch again. It's such a
Yeah,
weird
my mom and sister.
setup.
My mom went to Auburn, my sister goes to Auburn. So warty.
Alright, alright, alright. About to be in the restart zone, and here we go. Goes more towards the end of the box that time. Madigan timed that one really well with his teammate.
Give me a 4X.
Yeah.
You talking to me? No, I don't care. Don't yell at me, I listened when we were 3 wide.
Fair enough.
You know, the green wasn't out yet, guys. Just thought I'd let you know.
Huh? I don't know what it has to do with anything, but Madigan going for the lead now. Trying to go around the outside of Hayden Law. One of Madigan Motorsports teammates battling for the lead here at Phoenix. A big Cactus 200, because we can. Madigan trying to keep it powered up on the outside. Hayden trying to take the shortest way he can, cutting the dog leg. Side by side they go. Back into 1 and 2. Going through the backstretch, still side by side. Madigan having a slight advantage and finally clears. Joseph Madigan to the point in the 76. Pick up a bonus point right about there for leading the lap. And Hayden, Lucas, Levi, Ryan Honeycutt, your top 5. Thomas Green, Blake Giglio, Travis Martin, Ian Montrose, Casey Graves. The 1 and 0-1 do battle. Couple Toyotas. The only battle in the top 10 at the moment. Advantage Casey Graves. And Stillwell was able to get down to the pit lane and clear his penalty. Now 2 laps down from the pit. He'll be hoping for some cautions to get back in the action. Cliff Mullins doing some battling back here with Quinn Newton. As for the 13th spot, low drag versus C2X. Quinn holding on to that advantage for now. It's like everybody came down on lap 11 or 11 laps ago, now 12, and took 4 tires and fuel. Can we just say pity? Oh, she nobody pitting. Is it Levi? Levi is pitting. Levi had some kind of emergency, peels off and comes to the pit lane, and away goes Levi. So suddenly the 55, running in the top 5 most of this race, has disappeared. Hope everything's alright with Levi. That happens in sim racing sometimes. Lucas, all kinds of pressure on the back bumper of Hayden Law. He was about glued to his bumper coming out of 1 and 2. Ryan Honeycutt up to the 4th spot now. Thomas Green up to 5th with Heilman's DNF. Legilio 6th. Travis Martin 7th. Casey Graves Montrose 8th and 9th. And Taylor Friday back into the top 10. Good run for her so far. Dalton Hayes sitting there 11th. A bit of a gap back to Quinn Newton 12th. Trago 13th. Mullins 14th. Scherer 15th. Neckridge 16th. So they trade that spot. Davis now 16th. Philip Schmidt's trying to go around Neckrich. And number 6. See Cody Brown there. Made up that lap very cleverly, taking the wave around and then got to pit the second time around. So he's actually the best off on tires and fuel right now, but only by 5 laps. They didn't have a lot of green flag run there. It's not a huge difference. Carl Rattman sitting in 20th.
Did I do
Beaver's
something?
21st.
I would like to ask the same question.
Honeycutt's around.
Carlo, correct?
They're ragging. 51 and 3. 51 and 3. It won't stop jumping down the lineup. I couldn't click on it for nothing. So we got a couple of things to reveal. First, the 51 and 3, and then oh, Honeycutt tags Lucas, then comes down into Thomas.
If I say anything right now, it's not going to matter. So we'll talk about that afterwards.
So there's
I
that.
mean, an apology would be great, but you know what? You do your thing, bud.
No, that's not going to make
I
him
don't
happy.
think there's any necessary. I'm sorry that happened.
10-4 then. 10-4.
Shit, I'll go fuck myself, dude.
First glance, kind of looked like you ran into him, 51.
I am on the bottom. He cannot cut the apron if I am on the bottom. If I only want to cut one lane.
All right, Levi.
Yeah, I've been down that road with people before. You can't be at my quarter panel and force me out. It's just, like, I don't know you're going to do that. I'm sorry, man.
Been racing Hayden pretty hard. Let me just watch this for a while.
And Hayden, I am sorry. I did not mean to just run you up the track like that. But the caution itself, man, that's a different story.
Lucas got a little tight, pushed up, made a little contact with Hayden. They were going to make it fine after that, though. Lucas tags the wall, then comes down on the 51. I don't know if the 51 wasn't going to cut there or what. Not placing blame, but I think Lucas maybe thought he was cutting the course, and 51 was in fact not cutting the course. And unfortunately, that takes out Thomas. Nobody meatball here, thankfully. Travis Scripture still working on damage repair. That car is 8 minutes and counting on the repairs. Meatball's still being shown to them, so still not fixed yet.
God damn the glare.
Yeah, the sunset at Phoenix sucks. Part of Phoenix racing.
Bottom.
We got a bottom. Now Madigan gets to try and pull Hayden through on the
Breaking
restart.
news, DK Metcalf is a Steeler.
Wow.
What did they give up? A second round pick and a late round flip.
They picked up his contract, too.
There goes our pace car.
Be the TV though.
That's what I'm
Yeah, that's a good question. Who's going to throw to
saying.
Metcalf?
Rodgers.
Oh, God. Rodgers to the Steelers. He's going to go play for every team. Oh, man. All right. We got the 76 and the 4. As those of you that didn't see it over on YouTube, the report from the 55 was living life with the parents. Sometimes got to go help your parents. And there is the teammates working the inside lane for the restart and getting back to first and second, leaving Lucas back to third. And look at that restart. Everyone in the background going every which way.
Hold on, 77. I just thought you were about to say, y'all are not no damn effort.
And now we got Spice up here at the front. We got an angry driver behind the wheel of that 4. Not very pleased
Sorry,
with the
Lucas, I just
56.
split up a little bit on those colder tires in 1 and 2.
Hayden, why do you even bother?
Damn.
I, like, in 1 and 2, just there, I really didn't mean to. That's why I didn't fight him in the 3. Just stop. Just stop.
I don't know
Can we
who's-
not, like, hold my teammates against me, please?
You know who's telling him to stop.
At least you have a decency to apologize when you made a mistake.
Skip's got 2 minutes left. We gotta get a back mark for
That's
the
an
field.
unapology apology from Hayden. We know him.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time. We reached lap 60. Yay!
How many teams are you on, dude?
That is a fair question.
I'm starting to wonder that myself.
He has C2X on the car. He hangs out in low drag channels most of the week, and right now he's in Madigan Motorsports channel. Sounds like me. I don't want to leave the spice up front, but we got battles going on further back. Ryan Honeycutt coming up through the field. Guys like Montrose. Montrose took a set of tires on this last caution.
Okay.
So one car closest to the front on a fresh set. Casey Graves also took a fresh set. We'll see how hard they can get to the front. It's about 18 laps difference. Travis Scripture has cleared the meatball. So the requireds are done on the 18 car down in 27th. He can get out there and pass Levi Heilman, pick up a spot. Casey Graves around Montrose, so Casey becomes the highest up car on fresh tires, or 51 if Honeycutt has them as well. Casey looks like he just wants to use them. Why not? Now, if this goes green, I heard the fuel number was about 60 laps, and it's been 25 since our lead group was on the pit lane. They may or may not be able to make it to halfway and pick up those stage points, so something to keep an eye on. A lot of cars in the top 12 that did not pit under these last caution. Madigan, Lucas Weitzman, Hayden Law, Blake Giglio, Casey Graves. Casey using up those fresh tires, as is the 51 Honeycutt. The 01, 51, and 1 on those brand new Goodyear Eagles. Watch where Casey's going. He's going to the outside of Hayden. Almost looks like the guys on option tires earlier in the Cup race. That's what fresh rubber will do versus old rubber. Casey up to third. Comes another one of those Madigan Motorsports cars. Ryan Honeycutt in fifth, trying to pass teammate Hayden Law. Casey clears Lucas for second.
No problem. I'm just vibing.
Same just vibing. That's a neat line.
Lucas, I tried.
What did he try? Honeycutt up to fourth. We're watching Casey run down the leader. These guys on fresh tires feel like they're Superman right now. Casey Graves sizing up race leader Joseph Madigan. Madigan to the bottom. Casey going to choose for lane 2 there. This is the outside of the Mountain Dew kickstart forward. And new leader in Phoenix, Casey Graves for the True Speed team. 01 Toyota takes the front spot. Joe Madigan now second. Ryan Honeycutt trying to keep pace, has the same 4 fresh tires as our leader. He'll be the next one to get through the pack, and Ian Montrose in the DoorDash car will be the next. Montrose and Hayden battle. I was trying to clear to fifth for Montrose. Waiting for Honeycutt to become the leading Madigan Motorsports machine. Start to run our splits so you can see what's going on with your favorite driver, even if they're not in the top 20. Honeycutt sweeping out wide, trying to get that Casey Graves line going. He may get helped out by his teammate there. He left the door open at the top lane, and he's going to saw him back out early in the corner. Still, Honeycutt drove it in there a little too deep. Should have it done on exit here, though. And Ryan Honeycutt takes over that second spot from the outside. Ian Montrose around Lucas Weitzman up to fourth. He'll be the next one to pass Madigan. Looking for our next set of fresh tires. They could be on Thomas Green's car, but he may have had to fix damage and skip the tires. He had a 37-second stop, so I'm not real sure there. Trevor Trago looks like he bolted on a set. He's currently in 11th. Cody Brown, 13th, has fresh rubber. I believe John Neckrich bolted on a set as well in 15th. And behind that could be 4 fresh tires, could not. Ethan Evers took a set, but he hasn't gone anywhere with them. Casey Graves out front by 0.6 of a second over Ryan Honeycutt. Joe Madigan now under pressure from Ian Montrose, as Montrose is using up those fresh good years. Madigan kind of takes his line away. Montrose trying to get to the inside. Ian able to turn it down the hill. We'll see if he's able to dive it off into 3. Got a little tight on entry. He had to back out of it. Actually might get Lucas a run to the outside. Could be that Montrose may have already burned up those tires a little too much. I think Montrose may have already burned up those tires. That's crazy. Did not last long. Keeping it pinched down on that inside lane. Seems to be hurting that right front on the number 1 machine. He got tight both ends of the racetrack. Much better this time. Clears Hayden once again. Now he has to pass Lucas again. Thomas Green making his way back up there in the old Goodwrench machine. It's caught up to the back of Blake Giglio. Quite able to make a move there. See if we have anything else going on a little further back. Cliff Mullins, Davis Greenwell, Philip Schmidt bunched up tightly there. And Thomas Green might be taking a look on Blake.
Blake, I'm sorry. There was a huge checkup in front of me. I tried not to run over Ian. But I'm sure that apology means nothing too.
And there's contact between Thomas and Blake.
Did I ever say anything, Hayden? It's fine. It's all good. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
No, you're totally good. I appreciate you apologizing earlier. That means a lot.
There, Thomas Green gets into the back of Blake. They all checked up in the corner entry there. Sends Blake up the hill. Blake got intimidated by Earnhardt.
I think the fucking cactus on the flag is
This is a big cactus.
big cactus for a big dick.
Wow. Graves continues to lead. Honeycutt's cut into it a little bit.
Do something to you?
Down to 4/10. Yes, everyone thinks someone did something to somebody. He's like, did I do something to you? Did I do something to you? Did I do something to you? Everybody thinks somebody did something to somebody. I'm just up here confused as shit. There's Trevor Trago, Travis Martin. That is a battle for 9th. Trevor head of the Ghost Man. Trev has fresher rubber. He's running down Blake Giglio. Madigan doing a pretty good job staving off some of these cars on the new tires. 2 cars ahead of him on fresh rubber.
Sorry, Thomas.
At least compared to everybody else. They're 24 laps old now for these front 2. The tires on Madigan are 42 laps old, so still have that 18 lap difference going on. Montrose, heard him say sorry to Thomas. Those guys both have new tires compared to the field. Both have gotten around Hayden. And Blake, Trevor Trago starting to pull away from the Ghost Man a little bit. Ghost Man's on older tires, as is Taylor Friday. Cody Brown had some new ones. He's up to 12th. Neckrich in 13th. Ethan Evers currently 14th. Thomas Green and Montrose still battling. The 3 and the 1. See rubber flying everywhere on that shot. That's cool. Out to turn number 2 they go. Looks like Montrose has the edge. Thomas Green keeps fighting back down to the inside. Hayden trying to figure out where he wants to go. That time went up behind Ian. Starting to get into that window where you have to worry about if we go green to halfway. Guys are going to have to pit before the end of the stage, like Madigan and Hoytsman have been running in the top 10 all race. Lowell, Giglio, Martin, Friday. If Hayden was accurate on that 60 lap marker, those guys will have to pit.
Sorry, I slid in there too much.
You're good. I'm just trying not to fall so far back.
See what happens between 47.88. Resulted in an apology. Nothing there out of 2. Must be into 3. Oh yeah, he shipped it off in there. Kind of up the hill. Gave Quinn a little tap. Quick apology and keep on racing. Good to see that. Doesn't happen often. There's Cher and Dave battling. That is for 21st. Couple of Fords. Jeremy Scherer and Dave Hoytsma. Dave going to be able to get up alongside. Have to give the guys maybe not quite at the front of the pack a little bit of run time too. Giving it a good battle back here. Scherer on that high lane, Dave down low. That kind of impressed Scherer can run that line well enough to keep up the pace to be able to hold off Dave if he's running that bottom. Tire situation here. Scherer has the fresher one, so maybe that's why the top lane's viable for him. And Dave finally able to hold off Scherer there. Hoytsma 21st of the Dave variety. Our other Hoytsma is 4th in the 4 car. Holding off the 3 of Thomas Green at the moment. And Hayden Lowe, Blake Giglio, Ian Montrose, Trevor Trago. Packed up tight there from about 4th to 9th. Pretty solid group of cars. Honeycutt still running down Casey Graves. It's down to 2.5 tenths. Trying to get there. You're calling a caution by 94, Rowdy? We'll see. We will see if that pays off. Rowdy, you know how to do predictions? You should put a prediction in chat. Over under 94.5. Let 94 be the under. Casey Graves, Ryan Honeycutt, Joe Madigan, Lucas Hoytsma, Thomas Green, your top 5. Thomas trying to work on the 4 of Hoytsma here. Down, cutting through the dog leg. Those Gen 6 cars look so good here. Sun's starting to set. You see that sun over the exit of turn 2, back towards turn 3 direction. Yes, we have lights here. Unlike last week. We're not going to have another what fuck incident. Casey Graves continues to lead, holding off Ryan Honeycutt. Those 2 cars took tires on our last caution. Joseph Madigan did not, nor did Lucas Hoytsma. Thomas Green did, in fact. Hayden Lowell did not, Blake Giglio did not. So those cars all on 18 lap older tires than our leaders. You're right along with Honeycutt. See what Casey and Honeycutt do different. See the back end stepping out on the 01. Sun's already down behind the RVs, so the sun's not going to be too big of an issue, I don't believe. I know it was earlier. About to the line, be 10 laps to halfway. See him dip down, cut the dog leg, pick up a couple tenths. Honeycutt entered a bit higher there. Try to straighten out corner exit. A little bit of counter steer as they got loose coming out of 2. Down into turn 3. Enters the corner a little lower than Graves does. Back up the hill. Laps go by quick. 27-second laps. That's on older tires. Fresh tires, they run them 26s, about 26.5. I was on board from the 51 of Honeycutt. Check out Madigan in third, Thomas Green in fourth, Lucas, Lanchos, and Trago. Those two, same tire strategy, pit at the same time. Cody Brown in the background running 12th. Tyler Stillwell has meatballed the car. Oh no, what has happened to the 72? Burn a right front tire off of it. Let's see. I don't see any damage to the car. He may have just burned a right front. See the 72 rolling slowly on the pit lane. These cars don't have fast repairs, so we'll see if he just bolts on a set and keeps going. That would be indicative of a flat tire. What we call a meatball for burning your tire down to 0%. He hit the inside wall on the front stretch. There we go. So the left side got a little damaged. Tyler Stillwell gets the car repaired. Yep, Rowdy, your prediction 94, not looking good. Not looking good at all. We're on 95. Madigan's run back down Honeycutt. Despite having fresher tires, Madigan's done a really good job hanging onto those tires. Got some cars on the pit lane now. Hayden Law among them. Davis Greenwell as well. That's a couple of our lead group cars pitting before the stage here. Casey Graves continues around. Joe Madigan does as well. Madigan, Hoytsma, and Giglio. Interesting to see how they fare with the fuel. They're trying to make it to the end of 100 for the stage points or not. Madigan obviously not saving fuel. Drove around the 51 Honeycutt trying to run down Casey Graves. Davis Greenwell, that 20 car just fresh off the pit lane with 4 fresh tires and a full tank of gas, so he'll actually go up and slow down Casey Graves as he tries to make his way back on the lead lap. I should say from 2 laps down to 1 lap down, excuse me. You do go 2 laps down when you pit here. Keep an eye, see if anyone else hits the pit lane. Madigan now gone 60 laps. Does have at least 1 caution. I think maybe 2 cautions in that, helping him out a little bit. This is the 60th lap since that 76 was on pit lane last. Keeps on marching. 99 of 200, and Madigan's close again for that race lead with Casey Graves. A lap and a half away from giving away points to our top 10. Back to the stripe. Final lap of the first half. See who gets these bonus points here. Killed your tires trying to stay in front. Oof. There's your report from Tyler. Out of turn number 2, Casey Graves still holding off Madigan.
Pitting this time.
Dave Hoytsma's on the pit lane. And it looks like Casey Graves will be able to hold off Madigan. Madigan really gave it an effort. Casey Graves able to hang on to it. Picks up the stage win. Madigan gets 9 points. Honeycutt 8. Thomas Green 7. Hoytsma 6. Blake Giglio 5. Trevor Trago 4. Ian Montrose 3. Travis Martin 2. And Taylor Friday picks up the final point at halfway. And I'm sure we'll see all kinds of pitting now. Everyone that needed to pit. Lucas actually stays out. That's surprising. As did Giglio. Those cars were on the same strategy as the ones that just pit. They're going to keep on getting it. 64 laps and counting for the 4 and the 26. Lucas going to pit now. Blake's going to stay out. So Lucas will keep on soldiering around. Casey Graves keeps leading. Of course, Casey has 18 laps on all these other cars that we're talking about, like Giglio. Lucas pits. Travis Martin pits. We have another lap 64 cars. Taylor Friday is on the pit lane. There's another one. So yeah, most of those cars have pit except for Blake. Blake's the last one. And here he comes. 26 car off the racing surface. down to the pit lane speed by the yellow cones. Blake brings it down to the pit lane now. Turns over to Casey Graves, Thomas Green, Trevor Trago. Top 3 along with Montrose and Neckrich. See if we have any battles going on. Trago's got Ian not too far behind, but not right there. There's Hayden coming off the pit lane. Hayden able to only go 1 lap down because he was so far towards the front. Four tires and fuel for Hayden. Blake Giglio putting on the right sides, and surely Halen will be able to pass him. And there he goes. Hayden up to the 9th spot. Alright, that leaves 8 cars at the front of the field. Last pit 48 or 49 laps ago, depending on if they topped off or not. 2 of those have hit the pit lane. Casey Graves and Thomas Green decided it was coming down the 01 and the 3. Pit at lap 105.
Bro, are you...
Leaves 6 cars still to pit in this pit cycle. Trevor Trago takes over the race
I guess
lead.
you don't have a mic either, so apologize.
Nobody even knows who you're talking to.
Not sure what I'd apologize for.
Dude, you're a lap car and you missed the corner and knocked my left front off. Respectfully, will you just shut up?
I just came out of the pit. Shut up.
Wow.
Alright, that's a really good excuse to knock someone's left front off. Good talk there.
So much anger. Why are drivers such assholes? Battle for the lead developing. Montrose is tracking down Trevor Trago. Jeremy Scherer hits the pit lane. 15 car finally on the pit lane. While Hayden Lowell has gotten back on a lead lap. It'd be important if we get a yellow. It'll help Madigan. And Madigan is now working over the 5, trying to get past and get back on the lead lap. Montrose starting to lose a little ground as all these cars come through. Cars that have pitted is Madigan, then Honeycutt, then Hoytsma. Casey Graves. Thomas Green, Blake Giglio, Travis Martin, Davis Greenwell of the cars that have been to the pit lane. Cody Brown closing in on John Neckrich. That would be for 3rd if he's able to make a battle out of that. All kinds of comers and goers right now. Yeah, Davis Greenwell, Dalton Hayes, they're both sliding out of turn number 2 as they battle. This gaggle of cars. Weakest Casey Thomas and Blake relatively close together. 53 and counting for Trevor Trago, 54 for Montrose. Trago came down and topped off 1 lap later, so he can go 1 lap better than Montrose, Neckrich, Brown, Evers, and Scherer. Long green flag run continues here at Phoenix Raceway in the Big Cactus 200. Trevor Trago, Ian Montrose, John Neckrich, Cody Brown, and Ethan Evers. Your top 5. The other car that has not pit yet, Jeremy Scherer. Jeremy in the Detroit Ford Mustang. Cody in the 17 peels it off. 55 lap run for him. Decides that was good enough. Brings his 17 Sundrop Chevrolet to the pit lane. Crawling around. Has to feel like an eternity. When he gets to his box. Looking for any penalties. Don't see anybody racking up 40-second stops, so it looks like everyone clear in and out so far. This green flag cycle. Jeremy Scherer running 5th right now. He's got 6 seconds over Madigan. Madigan's, of course, completed his next pit stop. Scherer has not yet. Ethan Evers about 7 seconds up the road from Jeremy Scherer, riding in 4th. Another 3.5 to Neckrich, then another 4.5 to Montrose. And Montrose only about 3-4 tenths behind our leader. The field nice and spread out in this long green flag run. Already had green flag stops, and there's Montrose, 58 laps. He's called it to the pit lane. One car slides the ass going to the stop. Cody Brown picked up a black flag. We just talked about nobody had been penalized. I think Cody got it on pit exit. Doesn't tell me if it's the unsafe pit entry or exit or what, but he did pick one up. There is Neckrich on the pit lane along with Montrose. Evers stays out. I think Trevor's coming to the pit lane if we could see him. Somewhere. There he is. There he is again. He's gone. Watch Ethan then. What's up, Grayson? How are you, my friend? Race leader Trevor Trago on the pit lane. Ethan Evers heading to the pit lane. Jeremy Shearer heading to the pit lane. This will hand it back over to Madigan. And there is said Madigan. Madigan just ahead of Ryan Honeycutt and Hayden Law as Madigan Motorsports goes 1, 2, 3. Casey Graves sitting in 4th. Thomas Green. Freshest tires are Casey and Thomas of that top 5. And there's Lucas in the background. Blake Giglio, Travis Martin, Trevor Trago. There's Carl Rotman going past Daniel Llewellyn. Daniel several laps down. Now he's on a bit older tire. Going to be a bit of a roadblock until he can get new tires on that thing. 59 laps. He's got to come down pretty soon in that 32. But those are really old tires compared to really new tires. And that is why they absolutely blew by him like he was a rolling chicane. Carl Rotman bounces off the fence trying to stay out of the way. I don't think we need you to go that far out of the way, buddy. He has done just that. What has happened to the 5 of Trevor Trago? Does connection fall out? Can't find Trev. Madigan picks up another lap lead. For Honeycutt. Then Lowell and Graves. Thomas Green. Those 3 cars relatively close proximity. We'll go back here. Let's see Ian Montrose moving up. It's around Dalton Hayes. Taylor Friday hits the wall. That's the 9th place car smacking that right front. Ian Montrose has the freshest tires in that DoorDash car. 3 laps. 3 laps and 3 laps only on those tires. He'll be using them up. Casey Graves able to get by Hayden Law for 3rd while we were watching, huh? Sorry, I had to cough. It keeps telling me Trevor Trago towed to the pits. It's also showing that he had a 37-second stop. And he's 3 laps down, so I don't know what happened to the 5. That is weird. He's hanging out in a Discord anywhere, and we can ask him. Can't see him at the moment, but that's okay. Madigan, Honeycutt.
My bad if I freaked anybody out like 5 laps ago. PC like threw a fit.
Oh, there's a report from the 5. I was wondering what happened to you.
Steam decided to update.
Perfect. So that is how Trevor Trago ends up 3 laps down after having a really good run going. It's John Neckrich going the outside around Davis Greenwell. Neckrich has 6-lap old tires, so he's using up the good on him, moving forward up to the 13th spot. Looks like the freshest tires are going to be Ian Montrose, John Neckrich, and Ethan Evers, Jeremy Shearer. Those cars all fresh out the pit lane. And then the oldest tires, Hayden Law in 5th, and Davis Greenwell in 14th. They have the oldest tires going right now. 27 laps and counting for those. So 20-lap difference between Montrose and Hayden. About a 20-lap pit window.
I got a pitch.
Sorry, y'all. I got to throw a yellow because Davis needs to pee-pee.
Yeah, last time I parked on a track, I got a warning, though. I don't like that.
That's why you go onto the pit lane and then stop.
But then I don't get a yellow. I need a piss.
They didn't throw a yellow in Ricky Bobby when Terry pulled the car down the pit lane.
Freaking body.
do like the rest of us and do it in the state.
Yeah, I thought about it. I need to go buy me one of them catheters.
That's why you always keep a Gatorade bottle at your desk. Madigan leads by a half second over Ryan Honeycutt. Casey Graves, those fresher tires by
Reminder,
about
the driver's
3
chatter is
laps.
supposed to be for a race chatter.
Way to be a killjoy, Hayden. What a fucking prick.
What'd you say about race chatter, motherfucker?
Ryan Honeycutt just hit the wall. Casey Graves will take advantage, take away second. And there's caution. Who done it?
That is my bad. I was trying to go above you on the top.
What up, EJ?
Team relations may be irreparable now.
Oh,
That
is
was
a
really my
meatball on
fault.
Hayden.
I tried going up to the top.
that actually does meatball the 56. That's going to be a very angry Hayden Law.
Brother, why are you slowing down like that?
Watch it once again. Blake said he was trying to go to the top.
Time to piss, baby. Hell yeah.
Like a
19,
dog.
you know we can't fucking pass you, right?
Dang.
We're gonna get black clear.
I'm gonna need a black clear too.
I got a
Same.
message.
About that, I apologize.
Oh, appreciate you, Matt.
Yeah, I need a black clear for
Hey, Kenny.
passenger yellow. For some reason, 19 just stopped.
Damn, Kenny.
I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
John Nickrich needs one. There you go. All right. That was interesting. Let's see who wins the race off the pit lane. So we get a very long green flag
Hey,
run
dude.
there. We were
Man, I was
closing in
the
on
option tire there too, dang.
a second round of green flag stops. Madigan, then Honeycutt, then I think Casey Graves, Thomas Green, Lucas Weissman, Travis Martin, Blake Giglio, Ian Montrose, Hayden Lowell. Hayden, of course, has a meatball, so he's going to stay there. So Neckrich in 9th. There goes Friday out in 10th. Hayes out 11th. There goes Cliff Mullins out in 13th. Quinn Newton's going to be 14th. Hopefully Hayden got one of those short meatballs, like 30 seconds or a minute. And get back out there and get in contention.
Yeah, I'm sorry about getting in the back. You're 19. Just was not expecting any of us to slow up like that.
It's like Cody
I didn't
Brown
realize what corner
has
I
called
was
it a
in. I'm
race.
Sorry, that was my mistake.
Common sense, what the hell? We don't do that here. Seen that meme from Wakanda. So Hayden
Just catch a field.
did clear the meatball.
We ain't gotta worry about it.
Hayden did get the meatball completed and stay on the lead lap. So that is huge for him. Was not a very big meatball issue. Still 15th on the lead lap. And he actually passes Evers on the pit lane. Huge. Alright, pace car's off.
Where's
Guys,
56 at?
Just left the pit lane. He's way back.
If it gives you a black, just get Matt to clear it.
Waiting for him to get in the restart zone. And green flag, green flag, green flag. Madigan, Honeycutt, Graves, top 3. Then you have Thomas Green, Lucas Weitzma. It's weird to see a top 10 with no Hayden in it right now. He may be on his way back. We'll see how damaged that car is. Never mind, he is back on the pit lane, so not happening. Thomas Green, Casey Graves battle for 3rd. Planet Sim number 3. Oh my goodness, Ryan Honeycutt. It's the second time we've seen him hit that right front on that wall. Thomas Green trying to take advantage. Drops to the inside lane as he had cleared Graves. Wants to try and take action now. 4 tires and fuel for just about everybody. John Nickrich did fuel only back in 11th. Guess he felt like his tires were new enough. He didn't need to take us up there. Travis Martin, meanwhile, battling Lucas. And once again, Ryan Honeycutt, right front, tags that wall. Seen him in turn 4 hit that wall a number of times. Thomas Green in the 3. Doing it for Dale, trying to work to the inside of the 51 of Honeycutt.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, back in the field. Don't see anyone having a major issue. I think Hayden came out, tried to test it, see how it was, and it wasn't very drivable. Be my guess on that 56 team. Casey Graves in the 01. The wall smacking becoming contagious up here. I think even Thomas Green may have just grazed it. Oof, once again, Ryan Honeycutt hits it about every lap. Jeez. Thomas Green fighting hard on that inside. Would love to clear that 51. Oh, he turned him. 51 and 3. Turn. Oh, Travis Martin nowhere to go. Gets into him. And Thomas Green and Honeycutt go around.
I mean, throttling up is crazy.
I mean, you just blatantly turned me.
We got beef.
No. But yes, thanks for admitting.
Okay, yep. Nothing's ever your fault then, right?
Thomas Green has a meatball. Travis Martin has a meatball.
Honest here, I think he came down a little bit, Ryan.
Well, I apologize if I did, but I felt like I was.
I just don't get why we don't watch a replay before we talk shit.
Right?
A lot would be avoided if you just watch a replay before you talk shit.
I wasn't even talking about the wreck, buddy. I could have immediately said you came up, but no, I was talking about how you full throttled me. But again, you.
Busy pit lane, and I think it'll be for fuel only. Because these guys might be able to stretch the fuel from here if it goes green. And I believe that's why we see so many
Travis,
cars back
I'm sorry,
down
by
here.
the way, I tried to get to the button to tell you, man, that sucked.
Travis Martin with the meatball, as well as Thomas Green. Travis had such a good run going, as did Thomas. So, a couple of our heavy hitters here. Been up in the top 10 most of the race, picking up meatballs. Montrose did indeed take fuel only. Casey Graves, Joe Madigan stayed out. Down and away for the 4 car of Lucas Hoytsma. 14 seconds, so tires for these guys. 7 laps, and they decided it was time to take more tires. Interesting. Montrose, fuel only, did not take tires.
I like to call out Lucas for hacking, talking while we're disabled, cheater.
Yeah, I forgot. I have admin privileges, I guess, so it let me talk.
That's funny. That's funny. Hotel, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Are you one of my teammates over in Wannagoons, I'm guessing? Madigan and Graves, stay out here. I figured you were from the CS team. Welcome in. Appreciate your follow. Montrose came down fuel only, so those 3 are going to be on old tires by about 8 laps. Compared to Hoytsma with fresh tires and 4, and everybody
I'm
behind
confused.
him.
It's not telling. Okay, never mind.
Okay, never mind. Oh, Honeycutt around. Damage doesn't look too severe on that machine. Thomas Green still serving a meatball for the 3 car. Travis Martin 2 stalls back serving, and you see the 3 is rolling again.
Ryan, look, buddy, I love you. Everyone in this league needs to learn.
No, it was a private message. If you want to talk to me about it, you have access to the Discord. That's the problem between me and you. I thought y'all were the same team. Me too, bud. Me too.
Joe Madigan gets going. We got
DG, you might want to look at the speed on that one.
that'd be race control, Matt. Oh, Montrose way up the hill, gets into Casey. Casey then goes into the wall. There's netcode there, obviously, but the netcode shoved Casey into the wall.
No, I had Blake on my inside. I was worried about him swinging in that circuit.
You're good, Travis. No worries, man.
Casey clears the one. They get that settled. I'm worried if the 3 car gets around that 51 again. He was rolling back out on track. 3 cars meatball is cleared. Only 1 lap down in 17th. It is wild back here. 4 or 5 cars bouncing off the fence.
That was kind of close.
60 laps to go. I think drivers can make it to the end on this tank of fuel, so things could get kind of spicy. Time to push. Newton, Hayes, the 1 of Montrose, the 4 of Hoytsma, the 6 of Neckridge. Yeah, Mullins in there, Scherer's in that picture. A lot of guys grouped up together after the restart. Joe Mazigan pulls away on Blake Giglio by 7/10. And Blake on back. It is intense. Oh, Dalton Hayes and Quinn Newton are in the wall.
I'm sorry, John.
John Neckridge is around. Cliff Mullins issuing the apology there. All right, let's go back and see
I was at the wall, brother. I'm sorry.
what happens here with Dalton and Quinn.
No, it is my fault.
Okay. I
Just ran out of space up there at the top. And then Cliff and John at the end of that.
I was wondering, I was not expecting you to just rip it left. Like I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I went to go avoid it and then it just snapped on me there. So you're good, brother.
19 barely snaked through there. Well, all right. I guess that's Lucky Dog to the 07, as long as he wasn't involved in that in any way. He's the first car 1 lap down. Carl Rotman and Thomas Green, the other 2. And we'll see if more controversy unfolds. Blake's back down the pit lane. Once again, Madigan and Graves both stay out. Ethan Evers also stays out this time. Blake leads the parade back down the pit lane. I guess they're going to top off here in case green white checkers or something. Only 6 laps on the tires. Do we see him burn another set here? It's kind of early. He's burning them all up. Into the boxes they go. Who's going to come out 4th? Yep, fuel only for Blake and Lucas. They were just topping off the tanks. Quinn did as well. Looks like most of the other cars are going to be fuel stops here. Taylor Friday, 4 tires. Mullins, Montrose, Scherer all taking tires. Hayes took tires. It's like Neckridge just took a set. Davis Greenwell took a set. So a lot of guys taking tires, and we got guys repairing damage. Neckridge, one of those. Honeycutt obviously trying to get more damage repaired. Same for Schmitz. And 1 lap down. It's just a battle between Carl Rotman and the 3 Thomas Green. Green knew he needed to come down and get more damage repaired, so there is the Goodrich machine. Still 1 lap down. Looks like Philip Schmitz went a lap down on the pit lane. If he didn't get there in time or what. He was definitely late onto the pit lane, getting out, and he lost a lap while on the pit lane. We only had 2 cars 1 lap down. Now we got 3 with Schmitz coming out. Well, that's awkward. Thomas Green catching back up to the field. Field forming up 2 by 2. Just about 3/4 of the way through this big Cactus 200. The Sidewinder Racing League Sidecar Sunday. Thanks once again to Ethan Evers and the Evers Fever podcast putting this on for us. We appreciate all he does for our community as a whole. Madigan's got to wait.
Hey, Jeremy, you just like blinked for good 3 seconds right there, so you know.
He does it on restarts for some reason. Might be his computer.
If it gets worse, let me know, and I'll hop out of this pack racing.
Well, there goes Madigan.
Yeah, you're good. It's probably just lagging on the restart.
Ethan Evers trying to get through to 2nd. And Lucas Hoytsma immediately trying to take that 2nd place away. Blake's down there at the bottom of the 26. Those 2 cars came down and filled up the fuel tank. Lucas gets all the way to 2nd ahead of Casey Graves. Blake Giglio slots in fourth or 3 wide behind him as Ethan bails out of it. Quinn sideways in the 88. Does a hell of a job saving it. I'm trying to catch up to him. Ethan Evers then gets into him. And that's going to be the caution right into Hayden. There it is. He was saving it for a long way. And it finally went around. There's 3 wide entering the corner here.
We got a live race out, and then I think we could look at these restarts.
Ian Montrose gets in the back of the 88.
I started with me, Quinn. I'm sorry, dude. When I got...
Is the shit happening in the back, or is it the shit happening in the front?
Been the front the last 2 restarts.
Yeah, I think he's talking about the leader in the restart zone area.
The protest police are coming out.
So that is the 01 asking for the 76's restarts to be reviewed, the last 2 restarts.
I was going 84 in that restart. That's way out of tolerance.
That's way over the 70 that was established by race control.
Alright, getting pushed down pit road. This is really sick.
Hit the gas. You're going 3 miles an hour slower.
I have a car in front of me. Okay? Thanks.
Well, let me guess who that was.
Is
What do you know? 51 and a 3. Who would have thunk? I just knew. That's why I went back to watch it.
How one was your throttle?
I just knew it would be the 51 and the 3. Them 2 boys like oil and water for some reason. They just don't get along too kindly. For the wreck earlier, and yep, there you go. 51's kind of being slow, and the 3 is not having it. Well, all right. That was interesting. That beef is clearly not over. Check back in on Hayden. 6 laps down now. Got the car fixed up with the optionals, I believe. Now he's in 20th. Trevor Shea goes 2 laps down now. He was 3, so he's got one of them back. Russell Harold 2 laps down, so that's for position there. 1 lap down is Thomas Green on the pit lane and Philip Schmitz in the Jack Daniels machine. Quinn was in that last incident. Got the car fixed back up 37 seconds. Car looks pretty good after that. Should be able to have good speed. Ethan Evers, the last caution. Honeycutt Friday. That is everyone outside of the top 10. Scripture still out there, 19 laps down. He's got 4 laps to catch Travis Martin, who's still sitting over the meatball at 11 minutes. We'll see if that's able to become a battle.
No faster than 7. I'll catch you this time, you're going to the back.
Yeah.
I think it's the slow down part that everyone's been talking about, because we're going 55 right now.
It's a restart zone and goes. Look clean to me there. Hoytsma into second. Casey trying to hang on to third. Blake wanting to take it away. Blake gets to the outside. Toyotas go side by side.
Thank you.
Car scraping a wall and a thank
I
you.
apologize.
Davis Greenwell just caught the wall on a 20 coming out of that turn number 2.
I didn't know they called 3.
Montrose there. Outside of Scherer.
To be honest, I'll look at it afterwards. I apologize.
Apparently there's some contact further back in the field. Quinn Newton area. Scherer battling Friday. Here comes Honeycutt in the 51, recovering from that spin. Battle for 9th between the 15 and 51. Friday smacks the wall. Could be a 3-car battle now. The 77 a little too aggressive on the exit there, and Ryan Honeycutt's going to pass them both. Honeycutt goes from 10th to 8th. As Davis Greenwell into the picture. We saw him rush the turn 2 exit wall. He's going to go around the outside of Jeremy Scherer. Now we have Friday trying to go back on Honeycutt. I don't think that's going to work out for Friday. Tyler Stillwell received another meatball. Oh no. Oh no, Tyler. And Travis Scripture is going to pass Travis Martin. Travis has swapped positions down the leaderboard. 3 cars out of the race. Cody Brown, Dave Hoytsman, Levi Howman. I don't know what happened to Cody, but he's hanging out in here. Hey! Stop tearing up stuff, cat. Joe Madigan out in front. Blake was able to get third away from Casey Graves. Cliff Mullins up into the top 5. We'll see Cliff having a good run here on Sunday, even though he won the Daytona 500. The other races haven't gone as great for him, so nice to see Cliff having a good run. You retired because of a... Why? Why didn't you just serve it? Crazy person. Dalton Hayes, Ian Montrose, Honeycutt. The report from the 17 team was he got a speeding penalty on pit exit and decided not to serve it and just drove till he got DQ'd. Were you not enjoying Phoenix? Greenwell and Shearer, that was what that radio transmission was about. And then Davis drives it way hard into the corner. Thought he stole a Shearer easy. Now building a Lego, there you go. I'll put a Lego section up in Discord. Down at the bottom, of course, where things don't matter as much. Carl Rotman's still in the lead lap. Far off the field. Thomas Green, 3 cars ahead of the 07, so that is your lucky dog battle. Daniel Llewellyn between them. Things to keep track of. Tyler Stillwell, 15 laps down, picked up a meatball. Could be another one for Scripture to get by in these final 43 laps. Joseph Madigan, Lucas Hoytsman, 1 and 2. Lucas already picked up a couple wins in the series. Trying to track down race leader Joseph Madigan. I'm a little confused that Madigan and Graves not hitting. I guess they were pretty confident they could make it to the end. Be about a 72 lap run. We'll see. I think that's a bit much. Maybe they're expecting more caution, want to pit later and get fresh tires. Stillwell's team's cleared the meatball. He'll be able to rejoin. 2 cars he's still ahead of. Lucas looking inside for the lead here. Running that lower line through 1 and 2. Madigan gets a good drive off the corner and disappears down the straightaway, but Lucas staying in nice and tidy on the inside. Blake and Casey Graves, those 4 cars trying to pull away a little bit. It's got a bit of a gap over Cliff. Not a lot, just a bit. So Lucas looking to the inside again in 1 and 2. It always looks spicy, and then 76 is able to drive it off that outside line fairly decent on that end of the racetrack. Three and 4, they run about the same line. Lucas just inching in. The 712 breaks number 4 gold car. Just inching and inching and inching.
I literally do not have a spotter, so.
Literally don't have a spotter. I don't know what figuratively don't have a spotter means, but alright. We'll go with it. Top 4 starting to put a bit of a gap, as we said, over Cliff Mullins. See a little separation between them. Cliff's got Dalton in tow, then Ian Montrose. Ryan Honeycutt on the rebound, currently in 8th. Taylor Friday on the 9th spot. Friday took tires on that last one, but has been bouncing off the wall. Blake starting to put pressure on for 2nd spot. Teammates at low drag 2nd and 3rd. Lucas all the way to the bottom. Blake's running a middle lane, kind of a diamond line. The leader is running a higher lane. Interesting to see how the tire wear works out. There's 3 different lines they're running. Let's go on board with Casey and just watch all the different lines. Come across start finish line down into the dog leg, which doesn't count as a turn number. And into turn 1. Right down to the yellow line for Casey. Madigan was about 3 lanes off the bottom, Blake 2, and Lucas 1. Straight away down into turn 3. Want to be right around the bottom one entry. Casey got a little bit of a push. Slide the tires a bit and lose ground to the top 3. Kind of missed the bottom a little bit there. See if we get 3 different lines again. All right, Lucas and Casey both to the bottom. Madigan and Giglio both higher entry and driving it straighter and lower off the corner. Jump up to the Reese's car and watch Lucas and Madigan. Madigan going all the way to that 3rd line. And drives it kind of down the hill and straightens it out. It's fascinating. 3 different lines and they're still running right on top of each other. Like I said, 3 and 4, they kind of run the same line, but when you get to 1 and 2, all bets are off. They run very different lines. Lucas once again at the bottom. Madigan through the middle. Lucas is alongside, but Madigan's going to be able to drive it off the corner. It's still not side by side on that straightaway. It's wild. It's like Dalton Hayes and Ryan Honeycutt battling back here. Dalton a little bit older tire in the Do SA machine. Honeycutt's going to try to straighten out the dog leg, get some advantage there. Montro's putting pressure on Mullins. That's for the final spot in the top 5. To get down to
rivals after this year?
32 laps to go.
I don't know yet. If you do, I'm watching that shit. That game, I wish I was better at that game. Davis, race chatter. Man, shoot.
Travis Martin has cleared his meatball flag and can rejoin the race if he so chooses. And he has so chosen. Travis heading back out there. I don't know if he can pick up any spots, but he's going to try anyway. Maybe Scripture. A couple of those cars fall out. He'll be able to pass those. Oh, Lucas, a little brush on the wall. Not used to seeing him make friends with the wall. Oh, Blake all the way to the top. Searching. Coming off turn 2, though. They go right back single file. But Blake's going to put on a move here for 2nd. Gets Lucas off the bottom. We'll see if that does anything to affect Lucas's speed. Kind of just loses ground to Madigan, but doesn't really fall back to Blake. $30 laps to go. Big C's diecast, 30 laps to go. Get on over to our Discord and see how you can win some free diecasts. Giving away at least 5 of them this year, plus a little prize pack.
And you got your damage fixed. Okay. Did you get all the damage fixed? See.
See. Friday all the way on the flat of the track below the yellow line. Seen the NASCAR guys do that before. You don't see it on the sim that much. A bit harder down here in 3 and 4. See if Friday does that again in 1 and 2. Cut the dog leg. That's pretty normal. Let's see where we go on 1 and 2. We'll stay up on the track this time. Okay. Top 4 still nose to tail. 28 laps to go. Who's saving? Who's going to make a push win? Have to feel like some of these guys are just trying to let Madigan burn his stuff up. $27 laps to go from Phoenix. 200 lap race. Let's check in on that second group. There's Montrose, Mullins, Honeycutt, Dalton Hayes, Taylor Friday. They still battle the 77 and the 47. Davis Greenwell leads that third group. Jeremy Scherer, John Neckrich, Quinn Newton, Ethan Evers. Going at it again. Jeremy Scherer, that's a battle for position. Last spot in the top 10. Jeremy Scherer would like to have it. 10th place and 8th place both keep changing hands. Taylor Friday and Dalton Hayes keep trading that 8th spot. Scherer and Greenwell keep trading the 10th spot. John Neckrich right there in 12th. Keep tabs on that lead group. It's tight, but nobody is really making moves yet. Not yet. 25 to go. Luke is starting to put the pressure on. Blake's moved up as well. All of them trying to straighten out the exit of turn 2. Get a better drive. Evers Quinn Newton battle. That is for 13th. Davis just got big wiggle out of 2. See if Neckrich can capitalize going into turn 3. Not so much. Quinn and Ethan 8 and 88.
That's on me. That one, I will admit to that.
And Mullins.
Yeah, no shit.
Not the guy you want to piss off.
Apology. Okay. At least that's it. I thought you were gonna have more drive.
From the back of Cliff and dumps him out of turn number 4.
Interesting.
Fortunately, no one ran over him. All right, who's taking tires? Who's taking tires?
We catch up.
You know?
Hey, Carl.
I don't think the 76 would have made it, and I think the 4 would
When you get
have,
the lucky
and the
dog,
51
Can you go
is
by the pits and then pit, or do you have
teammates.
to pit immediately?
to the 76.
You can go around.
It's the guy that brought out the caution.
A little while.
Brought out a caution that his teammate really needed.
Okay,
I think that's why you're hearing interesting.
It's one thing if it happens going into the corner, but you drove through me coming off the corner. It sounds like
I said I'm sorry. I said I didn't think you had more drive. I literally did more than half the freaking league and apologize.
Well, spicy desert Sunday. Man, they're getting kind of crazy. All right, who's gonna win this race off pit lane? 4 tires and fuel, I assume.
Okay.
Lucas 2 tires.
On the right side of the pit road.
Blake 2 tires. Madigan 4. Dalton 4. Montrose 4. Honeycutt 4. Quinn 2. Casey 4. So we got a mixed bag of strategy, and well, staying out is Carl Rotman. That just spices it up even more. 25 car did not pit. Looks like he's coming to the pit the second time, but that is going to be a closed pit. It's Carl Rotman on the lead lap. That's strange. Probably give him a black flag. Yep, there it is. Just picked up a black flag for pitting lap 2. Can't do that. Well, it gets out of the way of the front anyway. Lucas and Blake, top 2 cars, took 2 tires. Dalton's on 4. Montrose on 4. Honeycutt on 4. Newton on 2. Graves on 4. Scherer, Madigan, all on 4. I think Madigan's sped. I don't see a black flag, but Madigan is dropping to the tail.
My bad, dude.
Madigan been dominating this thing, goes to the tail of the field. And 2 cars at the front of the field on 2 tires with 20 laps to go. This could get wild. Pace car is off. Let me know in chat who you're picking to win this thing. Either in the YouTube or the Twitch. I can read both of them.
Graves, winner of the Sidecar Phoenix race.
Heard Davis there going for Casey Graves. Cody thinks it's going to be Lucas. It's been a pretty good bet this season. He is on 2 tires, 4 tires behind him. Into the restart zone, gets the launch. Blake trying to keep up with them and clear Dalton. Instantly, the 51 goes to the bottom. He's trying to pick off a couple cars, move up to third. He's got Dalton in the middle. Ryan Honeycutt, 4 fresh tires up to the third spot, just like that. A matter of 2 corners. Oh, he gets a big slide out of turn 2 as the cold tires catch him out there. That actually gives Ian Montrose back that third spot. Now, Ian has the 4 fresh tires behind the 2 cars with 2 tires. Trying to put a move on Blake Giglio for second. Lucas is trying to run away while they battle with Blake. Blake's going to run it up high. Meanwhile, Hoytsman's gotten out to a 0.6 of a second lead. Oh, a couple of cars hit the fence there, including the 47 and the 20 coming out of turn 2. Casey Graves down the inside of the 88, Quinn Newton. I think Carl still got his black flag for some reason. I think it's a hold. Definitely have to come down and serve that. Blake and Ian both up to the outside wall. My goodness, they're trying so hard right now. There goes the 51 Honeycutt to the inside of Dalton Hayes. Has to go back up the field after that big slide out of 2. Does not have him clear. They make a little contact. Fortunately, nobody goes around. Here, Carl, disappointed about his penalty. Telling his voice there. Ian Montrose to the inside of the 26. Oh, Blake gets the outside wall coming off turn 2, as does Honeycutt. That should be advantage Montrose. Blake charges it in there. My goodness. Absolutely sends it into turn 3. Pushes him up the hill and exit though, and Montrose takes over second on the 4 fresh tires. He'll try to run down Lucas with 16 laps to go. Lucas is able to get away by 1.1 seconds. Blake was Lucas's best friend there, trying to get some protection from the cars with the 4 fresh tires. Now Honeycutt's going to get to the inside.
Sorry, I did not catch you checking up until I hit you.
Hayden and John Neckrich make contact.
You're good, dude. Outside, nothing.
Doing a quick check at it. Ooh, that was a pretty solid hit. Fortunately, nobody spun out there. Montrose, 1.0. If he can make up a 10th a lap, he could be there with a couple laps to go. Honeycutt's up to third. Lucas would love to see those two start battling one another. Dalton's trying to get the 4th spot away from Blake. Dalton Hayes in that 47, right around the yellow line. 4 fresh tires are pushing through Blake Giglio here. Casey Graves, they're going to split them. Oh my gosh. Dalton down low. They make a little contact. I don't think Dalton knows they were that 3 wide. Blake straight to the outside wall. And that is going to be the caution as he has broken his suspension. Then Hayden gets in the back of him. 26 had already broken a steering there. Suspension was already screwed by the time Hayden got him. That is Blake picking up a meatball, heading to the pit lane. Lucas probably didn't want to see that. Loses his 1 second lead. Montrose and Honeycutt, Casey Graves, all on 4 fresh tires as of 9 laps ago, are going to be right on Lucas's 2 tire back end. Oh, Stillwell also got another meatball. It's wild. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be fake pitting this time. Yeah, there's no way. No way with 11 laps to go. Maybe somebody towards the back might bolt on a set if they have them. Jeremy Shearer in the 15. He's coming down. Traveling needs 32 more cautions. He needs more than that. He needs his laps down plus every car in front of him lap down. That's a lot of cautions.
What are you doing?
Why are you flying through the pits like that?
Who done it? $72 done it.
Phew.
He went through every pit stall, which is very big a no-no, and then sped his ass off to get there. Did a lot of no-nos. So Scherer did pit, put on 4 fresh tires. He's coming out 12th. We'll see if he can parlay that into a good finish. Dalton Hayes also slapped on 4 fresh tires. He'll come out 13th. Thomas Green took more damage bearing a 3. That car's still pretty wounded. Philip Schmitz bolted on 4 fresh tires. He'll come out 14th. Trevor Trago 1 lap down. Only car 1 lap down. He's open for another caution, so he can start to make passes that mean something.
That top, same top.
Lucas is shaking the top.
I was talking with people.
Well, that's what happens when you have a team channel with like 82 people in it. They're down to 7 people in there. So a little bit fewer voices in there. I'm sure it's still pretty talkative in there. Let's see if Cody's pick for the 4 is good. Lucas has chosen top. Casey Graves is in radio discussion with him. We'll see if Casey is able to clear Ian on this restart. Waiting for the restart zone before we get going. And here we go. Right at the start of it. Good job. Oh, 51 Honeycutt spun out. Their 11th caution right away. Honeycutt on the restart. Gone around.
Let's pace car behind.
His teammate behind him.
Alright.
Gives Ian a shot in the back end and loses it by himself. Honeycutt self-spin.
Taking up the pace car.
Ryan Honeycutt just screws himself. Out of the top 5 and back to 15th he goes. Jeremy Scherer up to 10th with those 4 fresh tires and a 15 Detroit Ford. Well, let's pull in Lucas and have a chat while this crazy stuff's happening. Mr. Lucas, DG, you got a copy?
Supposed to do the burnout back of the...
Well, that was an awkward restart. Did you see anything in your mirror while that was going on?
I saw the 51 go around. That's about the extent of my knowledge of the incident, but...
Well, that's what happened.
Okay, well... glad he's not up here. I don't know what he was going to do to me. He doesn't seem very pleased with me right now, so...
To be fair, he doesn't seem very pleased with anyone.
No, he's just generally upsetty spaghetti, I would say. I've been there. Phoenix will do that to a man.
Fair enough. It's historically been one of your better tracks, and you're up here with 2 tires, everyone else on 4. How do we feel about holding them off?
Well, now I'm holding off my my teammate right here, so I don't know.
Yeah, you
Maybe
brought him up to 2nd on that restart.
LA Motorsports win, but not in the 4.
All right, man. That's been a wild race. Do you enjoy 200 laps at Phoenix or no?
Yeah, honestly, it hasn't felt like 200 laps. It's gone pretty quick to me, so it's been pretty fun.
We had that stretch where we almost got 2 sets of green flag runs in there, and then all of a sudden we just can't do shit.
Classic Phoenix. Go green for a long time, snoozer, and then just ridiculousness at the end.
10-4. All right, man. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Let's see if we can pull in Casey. Casey, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, we're up to 2nd. We got 2 fresher tires than that Lucas fella. How do we feel about trying to steal this win?
I mean, if I can, I can. If I can't, to try to get 1-2, I think is the goal here.
10-4. Well, you're on your like 5th different team this week.
Yeah.
I
gotta make teammates where I can. So.
Start calling you Hayden Lowell around here.
Yeah.
All right, man. Good luck to you. See if you can get this win.
All right, thank you.
Pace car heads off. Now we wait half a lap so we can get to the restart zone. Be 5 laps to go when we turn them loose. And that put Trevor Trago back on lead lap. So now the top 16 are on lead lap, and the Carl Rotman's 3 laps down. So Carl probably won't get back on the lead lap. Top 16, all on the lead lap. Green flag back out in the air. Casey. A little bit of contact between Quinn and Casey. Got Casey sideways. That's going to open the door for Montrose. Not able to get there. Here comes the Joseph Madigan machine. Madigan had gone to the end of the line with that penalty earlier. Now he's all the way up to third, battling Casey Graves for second. We'll see what kind of pressure's put on here. Casey not giving him a whole lot of room down in that bottom lane. Madigan, Casey wanted to stay right down on his door. Didn't know how far down he was going to go. That's part of the trick, going through that dog leg. Madigan wanted to get clear of Casey, not able to do it. He definitely sent it in there through turn one. Casey powers it back up on the outside. See the 77 of Friday out of shape back there. We stay with this battle in second. Across the stripe, 3 laps to go for Hoytsma. Casey Graves able to hold off Madigan for now. Actually clears back down in front. Montrose almost got to the outside of Madigan. Now Madigan probably going to throw it on the top. That's where he's been running strongest all night. And then he'll have a run at Graves back into turn 3. Well, he's too far back. He's not going to have enough run to get alongside Graves in 3. Hoytsma continues to lead this one. Across the stripe, it'll be 2 laps to go. If we can make it back before caution, we'll get the white flag, and that'll be the last lap of the race for sure. Madigan now under attack from Montrose. Ian sending it in the DoorDash Toyota. 2 laps to go. Side-by-side battle for third. As the top 2 have gotten away. White flag in the air for Lucas Hoytsma. One more time around here at Phoenix. Casey Graves about 2/10 back, not quite close enough to strike. Madigan's been able to hold off Ian Montrose. Graves tried to send it to the bottom. There's nothing doing there in 1 and 2. Have to be a desperate attempt in 3 and 4. And I think he's even too far back for that. And it's going to be Lucas Hoytsma in the 4, bringing the checkered flag back from Phoenix tonight. Casey Graves gets P2. Joe Madigan will get 3rd. Ian Montrose 4th, and Quinn Newton picking up a top 5. Finally getting a good run for Quinn. Cliff Mullen 6th. Davis Greenwell 7th. Dalton Hayes in 8th. What a night for Lucas Hoytsma. Led a lot of that race. Oh, someone just stuffed it in pit lane there. My goodness. Well, let's get it. Oh, Lucas Hoytsma is your winner. Let's see if we can get a nice shot here. All of them doing burnouts. All a low drag. True drag? Drag speed? Low speed? I don't know. I'm trying to mix the words together from that team. Casey's in there from True Speed, and then a bunch of the low drag guys all doing burnouts there together. Let's see if we can grab a Lucas now that he's gotten most of the burnouts out. Lucas DG, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Go find that victory lane, man. I know where you're headed.
Love that we have it at this track. The one good part about Phoenix.
The one good part? Never mind that you win here?
Oh, no.
Not that part? Oh, there's somebody in your victory lane.
Well,
that's
I feel like
awkward.
that's a statement.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right.
I mean, I don't blame him. He was the fastest car out here tonight, I think. He led a lot of this race and just got off on the fuel strategy, I think. The caution did come out for him, and then just things got ridiculous. I took 2, a couple others took 2, and just Phoenix was Phoenix. So,
I think
I
you
don't
got
know.
penalty, too.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that part. Yeah, that definitely doesn't help. So,
Not at all.
I definitely think he was the fastest car out here tonight. He was pretty dang good, especially on that long run. And I don't know. I didn't feel like I had winning speed. Things just kind of worked out for me, and controversy happened, and yeah, just a typical night. Somehow I got 3 in a row. That's pretty dang cool. Really happy about that.
First one ever and get 3 in a row in sidecar. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, man. Congrats on the win. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for that victory in Phoenix.
Absolutely. Just a huge shout-out to Quinn and 712 Brakes, everybody on Low Drag, Casey for racing me clean at the end, along with everybody else. I mean, there was some button heads, but I really think, for the most part, the racing was really good tonight, especially for how stupid the dog leg is. So
True.
Just shout out to you for putting on the series as well. Tonight was really fun, and the series has been a really fun whole year so far. So.
And we had lights paid tonight, so that's good.
Yeah, the light bill was paid. And couldn't see where we were going.
Oh man, good times. All right, man. Congrats on the win here. Then we'll see you back here, I guess tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Lucas Lightsway. The number 4, used to the 97s. Number 4 for Sidecar, getting the win there. Let's pull in teammate Casey Graves, kind of teammate. Casey, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, what's up? I don't even know if I'm supposed to call you his teammate or not. I'm so confused.
Yeah, I mean, we're technically teammates in this, but...
Yeah, there you go. The team points, that matters.
Yeah.
That'll work. All right, well, congrats on the P2 tonight. Got a really good statement here, putting C2X in their place a little bit. The highest finishing C2X car was 4th, so you guys ought to pick up a little ground on them.
Yeah, we had a pretty good day in Lucas. I think Dave had trouble, fortunately, but he's had a rough season so far. Hopefully he can get a good finish here sooner.
And forward. Congrats on that P2. You got friends, family, sponsor shout-outs for that P2?
Just thanks to Lucas and everybody over at Low Drag for letting me race with them here on Sundays. Of course, everybody at True Speed. Corey Deal was kind of spotting for us all tonight, so got to thank him as well.
He was also our in-team reporter. Anything that happened with you guys, he would report it in the Twitch chat for me.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, just you guys for putting the league on, Matt for admin, and you for broadcasting. Yeah.
Tanfor, we appreciate you coming out, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. That way I can be your teammate.
Yeah. I don't even know where we're racing tomorrow, but
we'll be there.
I will be there.
Tanfor, all right, bud. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Geezer Graves brings it home P2, and we'll try to track down that Madigan fella. See if he is still around or if he ditched out. He is here. Drag him up here. Joseph DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, we parked it in Victory Lane, but we only got 3rd. Kind of rough night. Looked like you picked up a penalty there on the pit lane. I didn't see it show up on my screen, but you dropped to the tail of the field, so I'm assuming you had one.
Yeah, everyone was bitching about me, like, staying out that one time on accident and causing the caution intentionally, at least from what I heard. So I wanted to make sure that they knew it wasn't because of that. So drove my ass back up to 3rd, and here we are.
And 4, well, heck of a run for you to get all the way back up to 3rd. Nice recovery. Definitely had one of the best cars tonight, if not the best car. They definitely knew you were here. That has to feel good.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good, but another one got away from me. I've had a feeling I had a real good shot if I knew everyone was going to pit there, but I don't know what I was thinking, but I'll learn for the next one, and solid points day. So that's what matters. It's a long season, so I'll get a few.
That it is. All right. Well, congrats on the 3rd place tonight. You got the friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for that podium finish.
Just the sponsors on the car, Madigan Motorsports, and my teammate Ryan Honeycutt.
Yeah, let's go Mountain Dew Kickstart. Congrats on that P3. Get on out of here. We'll see you back next week. Thank you.
Thanks.
Joseph Madigan getting that 3rd spot. And let's go ahead and run through our final results from tonight at Phoenix. Get these things out of the way. Here we go. We got Lucas Lightsway, Casey Graves, Joe Madigan, Ian Montrose, Quinn Newton, Cliff Mullins, Davis Greenwell, Dalton Hayes, Ryan Honeycutt, Taylor Friday picking up a top 10. Page 2. You have John Neckert, Ethan Evers, Philip Schmitz, Jeremy Scherer, Thomas Green, Trevor Trago, Carl Rotman, Russell Harold, Daniel Llewellyn, and Hayden Lowell. Hayden had a pretty good car, but nothing to show for it at the end of the night. Blake Giglio, Travis Scripture, Tyler Stillwell, Travis Martin, Cody Brown, Dave Hoytsma, and Levi Heilman. Levi had to run and do family things, so sucks for Levi. But hope you guys enjoyed that broadcast. You see Travis Scripture's car there going in practice with the daylight going on. Let's go ahead and run through our sponsor slides, get the bills paid so we can get on out of here for the evening. Let's see what we got here. I promise I have a slide. There it is. Wild Horse Broadcasting does our Monday night series. Tomorrow we'll be checking out with Trenton. Wanagoons puts on our Dirt Late Model series, so that's always a good time. First season for Dirt Late Models. It's been really cool to watch. Arc Music does our Xfinity series every Tuesday night. 712 Breaks puts on our Next Gen Cup series on Wednesday nights with Lucas and CTC. Low Drag puts on our Thursday night truck series, thanks to them and 712 Breaks. Fort Worth Screen does our GT3 series, 30-minute GT3 series every Friday to warm us up, and then we go Super Speedway racing on Friday with Golden Eagle Syrup. And then on Sunday, Evers Fever Podcast puts on our Gen 6 Cup League you just watched here tonight. Appreciate everyone being here. Make sure you get on over to the Discord and check out our diecast giveaways from Big C's Diecast. And then CTC Race Network puts on our Wednesday night broadcast. Thank you guys so very much for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and we will see you guys back here same time next week, 7:30 Sunday. Let's go ahead and peek and see what we're running at next Sunday, just so we know. Scheduled pulled up here at is we're going to be at Las Vegas. So there you go. I think as Adam wants to call it the High Roller 300, so I'm going to let him start making up names for him. Have at it, Adam. High Roller 300 at Vegas next week. We will see you then. Thank you so much. Have a great night. That wraps up the YouTube. Now we're just Twitch stream. Get the music on, hang out, go over